You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
WGPR Detroit, HD2.
The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Good morning, everybody. Y'all caught me on a lean. This is Mikael from Healthwise. We are located at 3807 East 8 Mile Road, about 3 blocks west of Ryan, between Ryan and DeQuinta. And we're there to service you Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7. And you can reach us there at 586-757-DIET. Again, that's 586-757-3438. Our old number still works, 313-366-DIET. And if you want to reach me directly, set up some one-on-ones, you can at 313-600-8532. I like to get into some of the root causes of a lot of diseases or diseases. And I ran across this article from Makola, and I thought it was interesting that I copied it, and thinking about making it available for you if you stop by. But I don't know, for a couple bucks to help pay for this printing, because it's ridiculous. However, the top anti-inflammatory foods and supplements. Okay. A lot of diseases is caused by the standard American diet. And there are certain foods that you think is good that is harmful to you, like tomatoes. Tomatoes is good as long as you don't eat the seeds or the skin. Those parts are harmful to us. The other parts is good for us. With any chronic disease, including heart disease, malignancy, or obesity, this condition is usually a key underlying factor. If you don't deal with it, you may not improve. Chronic inflammation is a hallmark of virtually all diseases, including cancer, obesity, heart disease. Your diet plays a significant, if not primary role, as it can either trigger or prevent inflammation. Dark green, leafy vegetables. That's one reason I like to stabilize greens, because it has organic, dark green, leafy vegetables in it. You got berries. It's one reason the noni juice is so powerful, because of the blueberries that they use. And and mushrooms. Reishi mushroom. We make a drink. Kabocha mushroom, and it's a fermented food, and as you see later on, that's so important. So leafy greens, berries, mushrooms are potent anti-inflammatory foods. People with autoimmune diseases may want to limit vegetables high in lectins. That was talking about the tomatoes. Though, as they may cause more problems than they solve. Traditional fermented and cultured foods are anti-inflammatory staples that work their magic by optimizing your gut flora. See, 80% of most people's guts is harmful bacteria. Ideally, you want it to be 80% friendly bacteria. We like to use both the foods, like the fermented foods, like they're listing here, kefir, yoga. Yoga, if it's from the farm-raised cows, okay, and farm-raised milk, okay, natto, kimchi, miso, tempeh, pickles, we are familiar with that, sauerkraut, okay, olives. We have folks that was having acid reflux and had some olives, calmed it right down. And other fermented vegetables. Marine-based omega-3 fat found in fatty cold water fish that are low in environmental toxins, no lead, are important in anti-inflammatories that are particularly critical for brain and heart health. That's one reason I like the Salmon Oil Plus so good, because it's from the salmon. The elastic salmon is tested for over 400 contaminants, including lead, etc. But it's excellent food for your brain, your nervous system, and your heart, etc. Your joints we all need omega-3 daily. I found out that the omega-3 from seeds, like chia seed and hemp seed, yields the highest amount of omega-3. Flaxseed yields some, but not as high as the hemp and the chia. But those omegas from the seeds is different from the omega-3 from your fish. Okay, both of them is omega-3. It's a little different. My body needs both. Okay. Other anti-inflammatory foods and supplements, including green tea. It's good to have a cup of green tea every day. Spices such as cloves, ginger, rosemary, turmeric. I initially started using turmeric from my mom's because I found out that of all the countries in the world, in India, where they use turmeric, I believe breakfast, lunch, and dinner, had the lowest amount of dementia. Then I found out that it's good for pain too. Okay, you just have to take it with some little black pepper to help with the absorption rate. Herbal remedies such as white willow bark. You know, when the white man gave the Indians alcohol, they got a hangover. The Native Americans went and got some white willow bark because it's known for getting rid of headaches and hangovers. Here we're talking about anti-inflammatory. Maritime pine bark. Good morning, everybody. This is Mikael from Healthwise Enterprise, the health food store that's located at 3807 East 8 Mile Road, about 3 blocks west of Ryan, between Ryan and DeQuinta. But some people say, no, y'all between Taco Bell and Long John Silver. Either way, we are there to service you 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7. And you can always give us a call at the store, 586-757-DIET. Again, that's 586-757-DIET. You can still reach us at our old number, 313-366-DIET. And I'm just a phone call away at 313-600-8532. I like that because we can set up an appointment and meet one-on-one and share information about different health conditions. I'm not a doctor, lawyer, nutritional, dietitianist. I just read a lot, share a lot, love a lot, hug a lot, and it works. The proof is in the pudding. Y'all support Healthwise, and we support the community, which is information that's out there, but sometimes it's hidden with all these big words, like this one I'll talk about today, quercetin. Okay, and it's been around for hundreds of years. You get it mostly in certain like grapes. Okay, um, and it just makes such a powerful addition to your enhancing your immune system. It became popular during this pandemic. You talking about things that take a lemon, make lemonade, because doctors and scientists were using it because it was great for combating this COVID virus. All right, they say it's equivalent to that. Excuse me for not being able to pronounce this long word. It's hydrochlorophyllis, and I should have looked it up before. But it's this drug that has been around for 30-something years. So you can either use that drug, which is what Donald Trump used, and when he used it, they said it wasn't no good. But this here quercetin, they trying to make it into a drug when it's as part of the food chain, and God got that patent. Thank God. So, go get into some of the things that Dr. McCullough says about this. But what's the latest? It's just a strong list of just some of the things that it does. I can get. Cause I know folks be moving throughout their day trying to get to where they got to go, but some of the things they found out, it deals with high blood pressure, cardiovascular diseases, metabolic symptoms, certain kinds of cancer, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Okay, they call that NAFLD, non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases, mood disorders, gout, arthritis. Okay, it's hard to absorb, so you got to take it with some vitamin C. But man, just some of the things, some of the highlights here gonna mention here. Quercetin has an adotopic effect on aging cells that may prevent or be helpful in the treatment of cancer. Years of research have also demonstrated it prevents chemical-induced cancer and lung cancer and inhibits the proliferation of cancer cells. That's, to me, is tremendous. Anything that's going to help fight cancer cells is tremendous, okay? Quercetin has also demonstrated the ability to mitigate some of the effects of sleep deprivation, all right, including mood changes, anxiety, memory performance, hyperactivity, consciousness impairment. All of this, it has been like sitting up under our nose for years and stuff. The other way. It's quite amazing. Now, the combination of quercetin, bromelain, vitamin C, and zinc has emerged in at least 2 of the successful protocols used to treat COVID-19. Historically, data have shown its effect against influenza, Zika, hepatitis B, and rhinovirus responsible for the common cold. right up under our nose. It's on our list, all right, when we're dealing with COVID. Quercetin is not water soluble and is poorly absorbed unless it is paired with bromelain, excuse me, or vitamin C. Quercetin has shown positive benefits for heart disease, high blood pressure, metabolic symptoms, and then the NAFLD, and arthritis. Quercetin is found in, the NAFLD, the non-alcoholic. When I did a liver cleanse, I got all of these stones out of me. And, I like dark beer, but I know I didn't get all those stones from drinking alcohol. You get so many kidney stones and liver stones from that environment. It's so toxic. And doing these cleansing to get all these stones out. I mean, they look like stones. They soft. That's how I was able to come out through the stool. But this was amazing. And now we have quercetin that helps dissolve those stones so you don't have to go through that cleansing process that I did. I mean, if you want to, we do still have that kit. And this is serious. It's like 6 weeks. But you're talking about the benefits, man, tremendous. But in the meantime, in between time, we got quercetin, all right? Is an antioxidant flavonoid that's found in foods such as, that's what we get ready to mention before, in onions, red grapes, and green tea. It could be a useful supplement to stock in your medicine chest to use when you believe you may be getting an upper respiratory infection. Quercetin is an antioxidant flavonoid that's found in such foods as grape, green tea, and elderflower, and onion, just to name a few. It's in others, but in this report they named those 4. Red grapes, green tea, elderberry flowers, and onion. As the health benefits of the supplement become more widely known, the market has grown rapidly. According to market research, quercetin's market was worth over $2.6 million in 2020 and is expected to reach over 4.6 million in 2027. Quercetin has a wide range of benefits, which is one reason I wanted to bring it to you, because of the wide range of benefits, which has made it useful for a variety of different health conditions. In the past 2 years, the antiviral benefit as quercetin has been the focus of many studies. However, there are others, lesser known benefits, including the effects as a what they called it, Senate agent against senescent medicated cancer growth. And I looked up these words so I can know what they were talking about, because sometimes they have these words. If you pull the dictionary up and pull that word out and get the definition, you get a whole different meaning of that whole paragraph or the sentence, or sometimes the whole book, okay? And because you can't use the word cure, and so you can't say this will cure that and cure that and cure this. So Macola come up with a way of giving the information to you so that you can decide for yourself. To me, it's like it's anti-cancers. Okay, that's the way I was when you go through the maze of going to all the definition of all these words, bottom line is anti-cancerous. All right, if DNA, that COVID shot and messing with your DNA. Here we got something that I don't know if it stops the DNA from your cells from deteriorating or not. But that's the latest study that they're spinning right now, is to find out will it stop your cells from aging. Okay, because once the cells stop reproducing, it's like a dead cell. And quercetin, the studies they're doing now, is the effects it has on preventing those cells from dying off so they can continue to reproduce. And to me, you're strong as your cells. That's why we like to zero in on getting the nourishments in, like the Ultimate Classic, the Ultimate Osteo FX, the plant-derived minerals, getting these minerals into your body, getting the oils, omega-3s, and the friendly bacteria, because all those help with your cell, and you zero in on your cellular health. No matter where the cell's at, the brain, heart, lungs, kidney, liver, it doesn't matter. You are zeroing in on the cellular health and have something to prevent those cells from dying off or prolonging their life. It's what the studies is going on. Okay, this me hoping and wishing that that's what this would do. Okay. Oh boy. It is perhaps well known as a strong antioxidant and antiviral. For example, elderberry flower extract, which is rich in quercetin, is a traditional toxic used to boost immunity. In supplemental form, quercetin has been used to prevent and treat the common cold and influenza. According to Mount Sinai, quercetin should be used with caution, as it may interact with certain antibiotics by reducing the effectiveness of the drug. Yeah, okay. Excuse me, y'all, but I don't know. It's just by reducing the effectiveness of the drug. It may also enhance the effectiveness of some blood thinners, which can increase your risk of bleeding. In addition to these, it may interact with other drugs, and they list a whole bunch of drugs there. So I guess if you're going to take this, you're going to either go to Macola's website and check out this article if you're taking these other drugs. All right? That's why I always say no to drugs. But we just say have to be cautious. Quercetin effect on the quercetin medicated cancer cells. Now, this quercetin is the condition, the process of deterioration with aging, the loss of a cell's power of division and growth. So they get more and a little more details about the quercetin and stopping the aging or reversing the aging. That to me is this is the latest. This is a report that came out in August 2020. Excuse me, August 2022. This month. A paper published in August 2022 in Nutritional Research analyzed the pro-atopic effects that quercetin has on aging cells. Okay. Now, the protopic is a form of programming cell death that occurs in multicellular organisms, and biochemical effects leads to characteristic cell changes and death. These changes include bubbling cells, shrinkage, nuclear fragmentation, DNA fragmentation, MNR decay. Just the possibility that it could have an effect on those on your cells to that level. That's what they're studying right now. The author reviewed the importance of cellular aging in the development of cancer cells and the effects that quercetin may have on the supplementation of cancer cells proliferation. Research has found that cellular age can suppress tumor development, but paradoxically can also enhance cancer development. I guess because I read so much and how we just have to decipher what the folks is really trying to get the message to us. Cellular quercetin is the dynamic and multi-step process that is associated with alterations in the metabolic activity and gene expression. This can compromise tissue regeneration and continue to contributions to aging. On the other hand, by removing quercetin cells, age-related dysfunctions can be attuned and potentially extend the lifespan. I love it. One paper, published in 2008, recognized animal studies had demonstrated quercetin could prevent chemically induced cancer growth, and epidemiological studies found it was associated with the prevention of lung cancer. One study focused on the effects that physiological attunable doses of quercetin has on the inhibition of cancer cells proliferation. The research believed that their study demonstrated quercetin had chemopreventive properties. Lab studies have also demonstrated that quercetin is a strong antioxidant and has protopic effects on tumor cells. Okay. The topic, remember, that's having effects on the tumor cells, so we leave it like that. And with the ability to block growth. Okay. Lab studies, number 14 in this reference, has also demonstrated that quercetin is a strong antioxidant and has protopic effects on tumor cells with the ability to block growth of different phases of the cell cycle. Research has also demonstrated that quercetin can promote the loss of cell availability and autophagy through several pathways, including those involving the mitochondrial function and the glucose metabolism. Man, oh man. Now, I don't know if y'all got all of that, but just the effects that it could possibly have on stopping the growth of tumors. And they're stopping the growth of cell aging. Data, number 16 here, indicate that quercetin could play a role in the cancer treatment as it reportedly has synergistic effects in combination with chemotherapy agents or radiation treatment. Quercetin has also shown promising results with chemoprotective and radiation protective properties by protecting normal cells against the effects of chemotherapy and radiation therapy. Okay. So is what I don't know if y'all read into that, but what I read into it, if you taking chemo, which is a mustard gas, which they was banned in 1925 in war, but how to get from that to put it into people's bodies beyond me. But using that, and people who get radiation and chemo, and they usually die in 5 or 6 years, adding quercetin could be a promising nutrient for those in that condition. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm just excited about the possibility. One paper identified some of the anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and anti-proliferation properties quercetin has that enhances breast treatment, while another elevated its effect on the treatment of ovarian cancer, which is a serious cancer growth and treats the woman's health. Now, each one of these pills is like $475. Okay. They say if you got dis-ease, you want to take anywhere from 400 to 1,200 excuse me, of the milligrams of the quercetin per day, just as a maintenance, just to keep it in your system. One pill with 475 is, is good unless you led by your creator to take 2 pills. Right now, I just take 1 because I love me some red grapes anyway. And we had the sea moss that has the elderberry in it. Matter of fact, we got elderberry lozenges. Okay, folks just want to have another way of getting quercetin in your body and why elderberry is so powerful. Ooh, they call it quercetin is in elderberry, and here we're talking about quercetin working for your cells to stop it from aging. Putting those two together anyway. Flavonoids may attenuate behavior from sleep deprivation. I mean, this is the latest. I mean, he got about at least 20, 30 different references here. The strength of the antioxidant properties of quercetin is likely one factor in the ability to improve mood-related behavior in animal studies where the subjects underwent sleep deprivation. A study, number 19, published in 2022, used a sleep deprivation model using 30 male mice. I don't agree with them using mice this way, but the mice were split into 5 groups. The intervention group received neither azenatin or one of the 2 doses of quercetin. These activities were monitored, and brain samples were later collected. Research found that during persistent wakefulness, the animals experienced anxiety and depression-like behaviors. In the sleep-deprived group, brain samples showed an abundance in pro-oxidation. In the group pre-treated with quercetin, these behaviors were reversed. The researchers found that quercetin could reduce anxiety caused by sleep deprivation in animals. The structure of this study was similar to another published in 2021, in which the researchers split the animals into 5 groups that received the same intervention in sleep deprivation just described. The research hypothesized, and the data showed that quercetins ameliorate the effects of sleep deprivation in memory performance, depression-like behavior against the loss of prefrontal cortex neurons. Researchers have been interested in how the powerful antioxidant effects of quercetin might mitigate the damage and impairment commonly found following sleep disruption. In one study in 2016, the researchers hypothesized that quercetin could reduce the melic-like behavior induced by 24 hours of paradoxical sleep deprivation in mice. Paradoxical sleep is another name given to rapid eye movement, REM, the deprivation in which has led to chronic conditions such as obesity and stress disorder in people. In an animal study, the researchers found that quercetin blocked hyperactivity that was induced by sleep deprivation. In another study, number 25, researchers hypothesized that the deficient and the hypothalamic area associated with sleep deprivation could be enumerated with a preparation of grapeseed polyphenol extracts, Concord grape juice, and resveratrol. All of these to me is available. Okay, definitely the grapeseed, and definitely the Concord grapes, and definitely resveratrol. We carry that at Healthwise. So even if you didn't get all that, just adding those foods help, because I'm heavy into prevention, and adding those foods, now you get to understand why they are so profound. They found the proliferation improved sleep, deprivation-induced memory deficiencies, and quercetin found in grapes, seed extract, and grape juice was an important factor in attenuating cognitive impairment caused by acute sleep deprivation. Now, we get into some of the good stuff. It's all good to me. Quercetin, quadruple therapeutic effects on SARS-CoV-2. Quercetin has been studied for its antiviral and has proven to show inhibitations in the early stages of flu infections, and is a promising agent against Epstein-Barr virus, the Zika virus, hepatitis B, and the rhinovirus responsible for the common cold. It was only logical that as the COVID-19 pandemic emerged, that researchers would investigate the efficacy of quercetin against the SARS-CoV-2 virus. In the early months of the declared pandemic, a review was published that found the administration of bromelain, quercetin, vitamin C, and zinc showed promising results in improved clinical outcomes among COVID-19 patients. In this paper, the researchers identified the antioxidant's ability to inhibit pro-inflammatory ketones and to clinical block human mast cells keto release as an important property in the fight against severe COVID-19 diseases. which is associated with increased levels of ketone production. They also identified the independent action that bromelain has in activating a healthy immune system. Quercetin, bromelain, vitamin C, and zinc. With all this scientific information is key. You take it, see what results that you get on a regular basis. These are just studies that he reported on, and I'm just trying to get the information to you. However, bromelain and vitamin C play another role in the administration of quercetin. Because quercetin is generally not soluble in water, it can be poorly absorbed. When administered with bromelain or vitamin C, increases the absorption and bioavailability of the antioxidant. Bromelain is a prolific enzyme food found in the stems of the pineapple plant. Independently, it has been used as a supplement to help reduce swelling after surgery or injury, or in the nose and sinuses. It also applied tropically to help treat burns. As bromelain, the combination of quercetin with bromelain or vitamin C has been a part of several successful protocols used to treat COVID-19. Studies 35 and 36. Quercetin is a zinc ionophore, which helps improve the cell's ability to absorb zinc, where it is effective as an antiviral. Now, Dr. Zerniko was among the first physicians to discover and implement a treatment that has been credited with saving millions of lives around the world. His early protocol used the hypochromazine, another zinc. However, as research data shows that quercetin wasn't as effective, it was just as effective as the hydrochlorozine. His early treatments options for low-risk patients include quercetin with vitamin C and zinc. Now, quercetin, I think, is like around maybe 600, 1,200, and the vitamin C is 1,000 to 2,000. These are 600 to 1,200 milligrams. Vitamin C is 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams, and the zinc is anywhere from 10 to 50 milligrams daily. Sadly, Dr. Zerniko passed away on June the 30th, 2022, at the age of 48 after a long battle with cancer. While treating patients, he oversaw the treatment of roughly 7,500 people using his protocol, during which time only 3 patients had died. Out of over 7,500, only 3 died. I mean, all life is important, but they say that the third leading cause of death in this country is doctors prescribing drugs. You know, this plastic that polonium, just chemicals I'm going to try to not go down that path. More benefits of quercetin and bromelain. Stay on the positive. The antioxidant, anti-inflammatory health benefits of quercetin likely contribute to other lesser-known benefits of this supplement. The anti-inflammatory effects of quercetin are critical since inflammation is the root of many diseases, including autoimmune disorder, heart disease, and cancer. So, keeping this in your system now gives you some fighting power against autoimmune diseases, heart diseases, cancer, inflammation, pain. This one review talks about those things. One review of the literature found quercetin is a, quote, a strong anti-inflammatory weapon that may be used in the fight against inflammatory diseases. You know, that pain that people have, such as obesity, type 2 diabetes. Another revealed that supplementation could reduce sympathetic blood pressure. And a third animal study demonstrated that the supplement with quercetin and exercise could reduce the plaque buildup in your arteries and veins or your body, period. It's just amazing. Quercetin has also shown promise in relieving the symptoms of allergies. Ooh, man, all the stuff that's why I had to be here and get y'all this information. It works by inhibiting histidine release and decreasing pro-inflammatory ketoconate production and the ketolytes creation. The combination of quercetin and bromelain or vitamin C has also been promoted to help improve athletic performances based on the antioxidant potential of both flavonoids. Quercetin has been studied for the positive health benefits on these: high blood pressure, cardiovascular diseases, metabolic symptoms, certain kinds of cancer, non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases, mood disorders. Oh, man. Nah, we heavily recommend people get it from the food. I like to do both, okay? Since there's so much toxins in the air and the water and the food, I just want to do both. Considering the wide range of benefits that quercetin has on human health, it could be a useful supplement for many, whether it is used acutely or long term. It is one of the supplements I recommend keeping in your medicine cabinet for times when you may be feeling as if you're getting an upper respiratory infection. If you're prone to colds and flus, consider taking it for a couple of months before the cold and flu season hits to support your immune system. Wow. I got to, wow. It just made me think about certain conditions. So, if you got it in your medicine cabinet, I like to keep mine in my uh, my food cabinet because it's part of the food chain. It's not a drug. Um, Consumption from food and supplements. Consider the wide range benefit that quercetin has on the human health. It could be a useful supplement for many, whether it is used acutely or long term. It's one of the supplements I recommend keeping in your medicine chest for times when you may be feeling as if you're getting the upper respiratory infections. If you're prone to colds and flu, consider taking it for a couple of months before the cold and flu season hits to support your immune system. If you feel as if you're having a cold or flu, consider using quercetin with bioflavonoid or vitamin C, in addition to zinc. Over-the-counter zinc lozenges make it easy to consume zinc for the short time it needs when you're feeling ill. Be sure to eat before taking zinc, as it can make you nausea. I always encourage people to take your vitamins and minerals. You always want to take it with some food. To me, you get like a synergy effect, like 3 plus 3 equals 7. You get more nourishment out of the food you just ate and more nourishment from the supplements you just took. In the long-term basis, has been useful for those with metabolic symptoms. However, it is much better to address fundamental strategies for dealing with metabolic symptoms, such as diet and exercise, and use a supplement only as adjunctive therapy. If you have one or more conditions that make up metabolic symptoms, you would be wise to limit your total sugar intake to 50 grams per day. Oh boy. I think I read across an article talking about the Americans consume about 17 grams of sugar a day. Is crazy. In comparison, the American Heart Association reports that the average adult consumes 77 grams of sugar each day. 77? That's like 3 ounces. Wow. Which is more than 3 times the recommended amount for women. The number for children is even worse, with the average American child consuming 81 grams of sugar per day. Ooh. That's over 2 ounces. What is that? About 6 tablespoons of sugar. It's amazing. Okay, for comparison, the American Heart Association reported that the average adult consumes 77 grams of sugar each day, which is more than 3 times the recommended consumption for a woman. The number for a woman is rest, work. The number of children is even worse, with the average American child consuming 81 grams of sugar per day. Sugar-laden beverages are the leading source of added sugar in your diet. Quercetin can function in several pathways to help reduce the risk of cancer, in addition to reduce the inflammatory response to your bodies and thus your risk of obesity or risk of obesity and obesity-related cancer. It also promotes a topical at tropical levels to prevent cancer, consumption. You can make strong steps towards taking control of your health. That's what the article is about, and that's what we're about, is for you to take care of your health as best you can, okay? We have two kinds. We have this one from Swanson's. We have another one, which is my favorite, from Global Healing. So we should, I know we got some at the store, both of them. Both of them are good, both of them work. And just, okay. I learned about it, like I said, a couple of years ago, and I've been taking it myself because I'm heavy into prevention. But I didn't know it did all of those things until I ran across that report from McCullough. The anti-aging, I love that part. The anti-cancers, I love that part. Okay. Matter of fact, all the parts talk about helping your heart. Okay. I love that part too. So it's quite amazing what God has brought for us to keep on keeping on, to keep on stepping, keep on functioning, doing what you want, thinking about it, and being able to do it with your body is quite amazing. Call it freedom. I just call it following God, putting into your body what God designed your body to operate on. We're not designed by God to operate on drugs. We're not lacking drugs. We're lacking the, which they made mainstream media as the drugs, because, but two countries in the world that allow, companies to advertise their drugs because they know how lethal it is. But in America, they allow to advertise drugs like crazy, and people take drugs like crazy. What gets me, they don't check out the side effects of mixing two drugs together, or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 drugs, what negative effect it has on your body. You can tell it's kind of detrimental because rarely do a person that takes 30 pills get to be 50. I don't know. I'm just stressing the point. I haven't did no research on that. The point I'm stressing is take care of your body. It's like appreciation. God gave us this body, and we put into our body what God designed our body to operate on. Then we get great results. It does make a difference. The food we eat is only as good as the ground is grown on. I'm glad to see and hear more and more people are learning how to grow their own food. Even in Michigan, learning how to grow it indoors. And it's so many different easy steps. So it's one good thing about the internet. You can find different ways to grow some food, some herbs, some foods in your house without it taking up a whole lot of room. It's quite amazing. So, again, I invite you to come out to Healthwise. We are located at 3807 East 8 Mile, about 3 blocks west of Ryan, between Ryan and DeQuinta. We're there Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7. And you can call us directly at the store at 586-757-DIET. Again, that's 586-757-DIET. Our old number still works, 313-366-DIET. And if you'd like to set up an appointment where we can sit down and talk together one-on-one, you can call me at 313-600-8532. Or better still, send me a text at that same number, 313-600-8532. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks for RJ and WHPR for having me to have this opportunity to love up on my people. All right. Peace and love, y'all.